Just got short a little while ago at 49.75. Added to it at 51.50. Reason being, I jumped the gun a little bit too early on this first entry. Jumped in there on that pro bar, making tapping prior high of the day and then dropping down a little bit. And this flush pattern down here, this yellow, is indicative of it's a setup that I use here. I call it a trifecta, but this trade's probably not. It's again, man, it's got me nervous. Definitely has me nervous, but we're gonna roll over here for cyclical resistance, and hopefully, it's gonna pay off a little bit. Okay, so got the highs here. Went bid by offer. We see 135 by 566 is possibly indicative of trapped longs. So hopefully we could get it to continue down a little bit farther. Just tapped a value area high from yesterday, and so we've traversed the entire value area from yesterday's trade. Got some pro bars here and a rainbow pattern, this R and this amateur bar. They go together. That yellow is an amateur bar. It's a potential reversal for amateur breakout. So this is good. This is what I want to see. Hopefully, when this next bar opens up, when these ticks run down, my better momentum here will show a reversal. We'll see what's up. But adding to a losing trade, I mean, it really necessarily wasn't losing. I was just taking some heat on it, but it's always got the hair on the back of my neck standing up. But I kind of like what I'm seeing here. So far, this trade seems to be working out in that move. And there's also cyclical resistance right here at 52.2. You probably can't really see it, but that's the high of the day. Coincides with it. There we go. Got the end of trend signal on my 2000 tick bar chart to print. Got a rainbow pattern here as well on this chart, so just gotta manage myself here a little bit better, not get too crazy and nervous. But I did get bearish divergence, so hopefully it pays off. But again, man, it's the same feeling as this last trade I had. It's got me nervous. Okay, here's what I want to see. They just ran this up. They only got 24 contracts on this next top, so this next move up, or this last move up. So hopefully they're going to roll it over. It's a good setup. Also, I want to point out that we went 4 wide. It dragged the TPO POC up. Being 4 wide lowers odds of upside continuation. So that's another supporting factor in me getting long here. So I'm going to take one scale at one point and try to let the next one ride. yeah, this trade's going against me. I'm taking some heat. However, the goal at this point is to see what happens, see if I can save some of this loss a little bit. um, just see what happens. I mean, did break resistance, but that's a professional up bar. It's hard to interpret with today's activity. Those could be limit sell orders being hit, and hopefully that was the last little blow off. But I don't like how momentum's coming back in here. Bullish divergence as well. So the best I can do is possibly take a little bit off of this loss, maybe scratch it, or even just have to see what happens. But hopefully that was one last little push up before they take it down. Yeah, not really liking it, but okay. So we're starting to get a little bit of movement back down towards my entry. Another pro bar up here, over here as well. Hopefully my assessment of that being a blow off and then taking it down was correct, but not out of the woods yet, man. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Okay, we just had a new period open up. What I want to say is that just made, okay, we're starting to shoot back into there a little bit. There's a lot of activity going on here right now. Okay, decisions here, because I'm close to scratching this with minimal loss. Cumulative delta real quick. All these wicks looking good for downside movement. This could be it though. It's really hard to tell right now. Still holding this trade, but the prospects of making any profit off of it are diminishing, because I'm going to get cyclical support to print here soon. But I'm going to try and wring as much out of this move as possible. I've got another bearish divergence over here on my 1500 tick, which is good. These pro bars up here and over here at the highs, and yet not being able to break the highs of those bars, telling me that those are probably more sells coming in. And also I want to point out 5150 is March close, so that is probably a level of high emotion. But I continue to see wicks on cumulative delta right here, so if I can get some more sellers in there, this trade could possibly start working. But my delta momentum is supporting this move. Every other attempt back up, they couldn't take it any higher in terms of these sells. Are less and less selling lower highs right now, and increasing delta momentum to the downside. This could turn out to be a decent trade. I really don't like my trade location. So again, we're going to be back at this in scale 1. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna push this, man. I got target set at 40. Oh wow, we just got some more 100 lot and a 341 lot sell come in. Okay, this could be it. This trifecta, which is exhaustion buy right here, bearish divergence, and flush pattern. It took a while to form up, but this could be it. Let's just hope I'm not going just on hope alone, and my analysis here is on point. Okay, yeah, they're starting to sell this thing. So let's see. Let's hope that price reacts to it. That's what I would like to see. Okay, yeah, we're a lot of here we go. A lot of professional activity. Yeah, those guys are definitely stepping on this now. Let's see how much I can get out of this. Whew. Man, that was not cool. Delta momentum's just completely dumping. That's what I like to see. But I'm not gonna lose this right here. Cumulative delta is just hitting the dirt too. So we can get past that level 4550. I'd be cool with that. Man, come on now. I hate when it's hovering right around my entry. It just makes me not feel good. Let's go. Just got to push myself, man. The problem I have is getting haired out and just taking trades off right now. I've managed to manage myself all the way through all of this chop. So this price is definitely at least going to come down. At this point, I would assume, based on experience, that price ultimately ends up coming down where cyclical support ends up printing. It's a matter of can I hold this for that amount of time. Okay, so cumulative delta is still coming off. Come on, guys. There we go. Nicey tick. It's definitely coming down. Lowest read of the day. Okay, right there. Come on. Man, I am hesitating right now just to take this off where it's at. This might be just a little bit more of a pullback before they take it a little bit lower. Okay, come on. Look at this. Right there. This here, sell imbalances, all that institutional activity. I mean, I just really need to push myself and stick with this trade. 49.50, 49.75. That's where I'm going. I don't care if there's more in it. Because right now, this is definitely not cool. That's okay. I like that. 4,700. Negative 4,700 on my better momentum. This is good reading. I know I took a lot more heat than I'm willing to take profit, but you know what? Screw it. Come on. Come on now. just tapped 50, so let's go. Come on. Looks like it's gonna go. Looks like it's gonna go. Come on, man. Don't make me wait anymore. Okay, we're down there. Just gotta fill that order. Come on. Let's go. If this thing goes back to my entry, I'm scratching it. I'm not gonna waste my time on this anymore. Come on. Come on. Push it. This should be it. Fill it. Come on. Go, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Don't even play around. Wow. Okay. Man, incredible. I was extremely nervous in there. I'm gonna tell you that. Definitely, I took a lot more risk than I have gave myself reward. But at this point in time, I take a lot more in profit in the mental department than in my P&L right now, because my readings on this particular setup and where price was and the context surrounding all of this activity up here was on point. There were several times where we came back and it appeared that, based on momentary volume surges and, cumulative deltas, little spikes, that we were going to continue higher. Breaking this resistance does lower the odds of it being successful of holding. However, all this professional activity, the amateur activity, had more of a probability to take price down than up. So it kind of superseded breaking this resistance. But I'm pleased with the way I manage myself. This is I continue to try to push myself to not move targets and don't get tunnel vision, and try to stay very, very mindful of everything that's going on. I mean, I've got 4 screens that have all the market internals, crude, just everything I show here to help me, make assessments on, what's happening. So, looks like this trade's going a little bit further. I don't care. I'm fine with it and with what's happened. This could just be a momentary look below J period low and continue on up. But there's a lot of volume coming out here. I mean, we're close to dragging the volume POC up here. We're 5 wide now, which lowers our odds even more of any more upside continuation. Especially with all this professional activity, is telling me that there's a lot of sellers in here, and there's going to probably be more getting on board once this thing gets underway. I'm out. I'm happy and positive for the day.